full script with markers. Must be 1,200 plus words. Midnight. Most neighbors keep secrets, but not this one. 3 months ago, Sarah had no idea that her neighbor, Mark, would change her life forever, but not in the way you might think. This isn't a story of friendship or kindness. It's a tale of betrayal and ultimate revenge. 015. Sarah lived in a bustling urban area where parking spots were as rare as gold. She had been lucky enough to secure a spot right outside her apartment complex. It was a small victory in the daily battle for a place to park her car. Little did she know, her neighbor, Mark, had other plans. 030. Mark was a sly individual, always looking for ways to get ahead. He noticed Sarah's parking spot and saw an opportunity. One day, while Sarah was away on a business trip, he moved his car into her spot. At first, Sarah thought it was a mistake. She left a polite note asking him to move. But days turned into weeks, and Mark showed no signs of budging. 1 o'clock, Sarah confronted Mark, demanding he return her spot. But Mark, with a smug grin, claimed he had paid for the spot and had every right to park there. Sarah was furious, but felt helpless. She couldn't afford to fight him legally, and the apartment management seemed indifferent to her plight. 1:30, for a year, Sarah endured the frustration of having to park further away, often arriving late to work due to the extra time spent searching for a spot. Her patience wore thin, and she began to plot her revenge. She knew she had to be clever, as direct confrontation had failed. 2 o'clock, Sarah started researching online, looking for inspiration. She stumbled upon a community of people sharing their best cheating stories and revenge tips. One thread caught her eye, a story about using technology to turn the tables on cheaters. Sarah realized she could apply a similar tactic to her situation. 2:30, she installed a hidden camera near her parking spot, capturing footage of Mark's car occupying her space. With evidence in hand, Sarah approached the apartment manager again, this time armed with proof. But the manager still refused to intervene, citing a lack of resources to deal with such issues. 3 o'clock, undeterred, Sarah decided to take matters into her own hands. She hacked into the apartment's security system, gaining control over the parking lot gates. She programmed the gates to deny entry to any vehicle with Mark's license plate. The next morning, Mark found himself locked out of the parking lot, his car stranded outside. 3:30, Mark was livid, but Sarah remained calm. She knew this was just the beginning. She continued to manipulate the security system, making it seem like random malfunctions were causing Mark's parking troubles. Each day, Mark faced new challenges, from being unable to enter the parking lot to finding his spot mysteriously occupied by another car. 4 o'clock. As the days passed, Mark's frustration grew. He couldn't understand why his parking spot was suddenly so problematic. Sarah watched from afar, satisfied with her plan's success. But then, something unexpected happened. Mark discovered the hidden camera and realized Sarah was behind the pranks. 4:30, confronted with the truth, Mark was forced to admit his wrongdoing. He apologized to Sarah and promised to leave her parking spot alone. Sarah accepted his apology, but the damage was done. Their relationship was irreparably broken. Sarah had won, but at what cost? 5 o'clock. The story doesn't end there. Sarah's actions sparked a conversation within the community about respecting others' property and the consequences of betrayal. Word spread quickly, and soon, Mark became the laughingstock of the neighborhood. His reputation was tarnished, and he eventually moved away. 5:30. Sarah's revenge was complete. She had shown Mark that justice always finds a way. But the experience taught her a valuable lesson about the power of patience and creativity. She documented her story online, sharing it with others who might face similar situations. 6 o'clock. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. We post stories like this every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. Tomorrow, the sister's revenge 3 months later. Do not miss it. 6:30. Has someone in your family ever done something like this? One sentence. Tell me below. And remember, justice always finds a way. 7 o'clock. Subscribe and hit the bell. We drop new niche content every single day. The next story is even crazier.